Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is M1K3 and welcome back to another video here on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at what I learned from the Llobeti Trios Cup. This was an incredible experience. We did manage to qualify for round 2, so this is going to be the round 1 highlights. What I did wrong, what I did relatively good, and what I have to do for the next tournament to do even better. If this video gets 7,000 likes, I'll make sure to post another video tomorrow as well. And with that said, let's get right into today's video. The first major mistake I did in this tournament was not warming up properly. I play much better when I warm up for 30 minutes to an hour. I usually play a little bit of Kovacs and do some free building. Right there, I actually get 2 free eliminations. But I don't reset the stair at it, and therefore I end up going down. Luckily for me, I have a really good team, and one of my teammates managed to clutch up quite a lot of points in this very first game. In game number 2, I was still not warmed up at all, but my teammates were still playing really good and I felt like I was holding them back. We played really well as a team, but later on I unfortunately went down to something so incredibly stupid that it embarrasses me to show you this, and it is this right here. I go in with the gauntlets and I get beamed, and the boomer reactions are not enough, and I go down. In game number 3, we get into a lot of early game fights, and I want to tell you guys a secret, just me to you. In early game fights, it's not about having the flashiest and best mechanics. It's not a contest of who can edit the fastest, or who can do a Mongol classic the fastest. It's all about holding right hand peaks and having good aim, and a lot of people don't seem to realize that. I can literally stand still in early game with my spaz shotgun, looking at a player coming through and eddy coursing into my face, and that gives me a free 200 pump. It's all about who hits the hardest shot. It's not about who can do the fastest in 90s. When you're playing near elevation, like mountains or Stark Industries, you always want to know that there is a potential that the zone can pull up there. And that's why you always want to have a plan for that zone that might pull. Right, you always want to think ahead and think what might happen. And right here, we hold high ground. And when you hold high ground, you also want to see what mountains might come into the next zone and then claim that mountain before anybody else. Because taking high ground when there's a mountain in zone is very easy. And the danger of holding high ground then will be 10 times as difficult than it is right now. Now we're holding it, it's no mountains in zone apart from the one we're on. And that's very easy for us to hold high ground. But right here, when everybody's looking and seeing that the zone pulls up the mountain, they're thinking, I can go for a heights play. But we don't connect to the mountain and claim the mountain early enough, and that's a massive mistake, because we always want to claim the highest tops as early as possible. In this endgame, I go for height. This was a dumb play because height could have easily been shot down. And when you shoot down height, you will not only shoot down the height, but you will also, in most scenarios, get a free elimination. In game number 5, we had nomads going into the endgame, and this was a massive early and mid game mistake by pretty much all of us. And in this endgame, I unfortunately tunnel visioned and I got eliminated because of it. This was a really dumb play. I thought, we have to go for these people, but we actually didn't have to go for the most stacked people in the endgame, and that was my bad for going down in this game. In game number 6, we end up going down because of my terrible awareness. When you know that you are contested and that there are opponents nearby, you want to be super focused on both where you look and what you hear. And that's where I went wrong right here. I wasn't focused up on having good awareness. I wasn't thinking about it. And that's why I simply got jumped. In game number 7, we make it to the end game, and in the end game, I'm actually the tarper. And as you guys probably can tell, I'm not the best tarper just yet. But just give me a few weeks, and trust me, I'm gonna be the best tarper EU, alright? But what I like to do in trios, and something I would recommend absolutely everybody watching, is always full building a tarp. Don't do those cheap tarps in trios, it's not gonna be worth it, especially if you have 3 people remaining, because then you have enough mats to make it through pretty much the entire end game. So you always want to do that for 2 reasons. The number one being that you can get refresh eliminations way easier, and the second one that you're gonna get way more awareness. In this end game, we were also really lucky because we had a ton of peppers. We got 1 refresh elimination that had like 7 peppers, I think, so that was incredible. But just look at how I tarp here, help my teammates out, and how we play. I think it was really, really awesome. Have a look and let me know what you think in the comments below.
Jeg går ned. Noen som har mats, eller? Det er masse. På meg på low, jeg fikk refresh. Ok, nice. Det er smoke. Kom hit, mus da. Nok. Ikke ta messa, bare la han gå. Vi har noe. Klarer du å komme til oss, sjokoladen? Kom, mus da. Jeg tror dere egentlig vil være hos meg, ass. Ok, da dropper jeg ned på sjokoladen. Jeg bygger litt for det. Jeg trenger bare at dere bygger foran meg. Jeg har 4 shockwaves fortsatt. Jeg har mye metser nå, Musta. Nei... Hva for noe den her? Dropp meg litt shockwaves. Jeg er på det. Gir deg på miknis. Sånn, ta metallet. Shockwaves per shows. Ta metallet. Ja. Vi vil fortsette å holde huset. På meg. Ja. Jeg er en jævla buske. Jeg har gått ut på siden. Jeg fikk kill. Jeg har gått litt over. Kom an oss! Jeg vet ikke hva som foregår helt der, altså. Nei, ikke heller. Så må bygge oss inn. Bare chill litt, bare reset litt. Hvor er du? Jeg var bak her. En under oss. Ok, åpne hvis du vil. Vil du kill? Ok, nå er jeg ikke med. Det er helt natt. Helt ned på lå. Jeg er helt ned på lå. Jeg har 3 shockwaves. Jeg er med deg nå. Masse folk, jeg tror denne veien. Mini. Nice. Jeg fortsetter inn, jeg. Ja, Max. Ja, gjør det. Jeg har 4, jeg har 5 med. 2 andre igjen, og en var lost in storm. Det er one one. 1 i 3, mener jeg. Jeg har shockwave det, jeg har shockwave. Ikke shockwave. Gjør det da. Gjør det. 140, han er 6 oppe. Let's go.
In game number 8, there is literally nothing to be said. We played it just like we did in game number 7. But we got a little bit unlucky, so we didn't have any heals. So the early and mid game could have been a bit better. With that, we could have looted and committed more to our drop spot. This was a massive mistake since I have 29 HP, Chocoladin has like 30 HP and 50 shields. And we just gotta get better at early game and get that shield really early on that we can secure for the end game. And then I think we can actually do really, really well. Also, I should not have failed that edit. That was dumb and bad, but I would have probably still been eliminated. But it was a pretty good game overall. Starting this fight off, I begin with a really bad peek and edit. I should have done the top right corner edit to ensure that I would have gotten the right hand peek and possibly also a free shot. In this fight, I simply go down because 1, I don't have aim, 2, I don't have awareness, and 3, I don't have mechanics. And that's pretty much it. Fair play to these players though, they actually puked on me. So, with that said, let's hop on over to the last game. In this last game, we just played it really safe. We wanted a few more points to ensure that we qualified for the round 2 of this cup. And this is how we did it. What I need to improve on is my endgame mechanics. My endgame mechanics are terrible. Endgames are relatively laggy, and in order to get better endgame mechanics, you need to play customs, which I don't do. I don't play customs, but I'm gonna try to play a few customs in the next few weeks and see if I become any better at endgame mechanics, because I'm not confident in my mechanics in endgame. That's a massive problem. Now I go up and I decide to edit both the cone and the stair on a full trio. And this is because I didn't look. I simply didn't look. My eyes weren't working. I didn't see that there were 3 people there. And yeah, that's just overall bad awareness by me. And it's my bad that we didn't win this game, because we could have won this game if I just didn't do something that stupid.
Bare gå inn her, så chopper du gjennom munnen. Ok.
Jeg stikker par choco. Har vi med?
Ja, jeg ser det her.
Det er to du ikke får.
Nice.
Nice. 100 meter.
Thomas.
150 meter.
Ser du sånn? Gå ned i elva. Sånn er på lilla
Dropp
mat.
helt ned, dropp.
Ned.
Det er tydeligvis.
Ligger bygg bak deg, bygg rundt deg.
150 meter, hvis da.
Nå må du se rundt deg.
Du kan bare bygge foran. Du har fortsatt nok meter til å bygge forover. Nice. Du har fortsatt nok meter til å bygge forover. Du har fem builds.
Jeg gjør noe dumt ennå. Bygg rundt deg. Ok. Han er one hit. Nei! La meg out!
Det er bra, det er bra.
Det var jævlig bra mistet.
Alrighty guys, that's about it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this video and learned something new. And I wish you all the best of luck in the upcoming trio tournaments. Let me know what you think about trios down below in the comment section. I personally am a massive fan of trios, but solos is still probably my favorite game mode. And with that said guys, thank you so much once again for watching. My name is Marin, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Goodbye.